Shall I wear it? I'm going to wear it for now. I think people who look kind of slick and black and serious are probably drawn to slick, black, serious people, whereas I'm probably as far from being slick, back and serious as you possibly can. And I think there's this real guttural reaction that you have when you see something of someone's and you're like, oh, I just want to have it, I love it, or you see something in them. So I went to military school. I went to military school, so from the age of 13 to 18 I wore military uniform, 3 different forms of military uniform every day. I went to school 7 days a week. I marched, I shined shoes, you know, there was no makeup, your hair had to be back, I had to have natural hair colours. It was so strict, and we had exactly the same uniform as the boys, except we had skirts. So you weren't really an individual, you weren't bred to be an individual, and even when you were allowed to wear your own clothes, you still weren't, because you weren't allowed to show your shoulders or your tummies or your skirts. And when you're a 14-year-old girl, all you want to do is wear a short skirt, especially if you're told you can't. And it was all quite kind of it was all very formal, and you had to kind of fit in, and I never fitted in. I was never going to fit into a friggin' military school, but you kind of did the best you had to survive. And then I went to drama school, where you had to wear black all the time, black. And then I ran bars where it was like black tie, black, and it just destroyed me. So whenever I was allowed to wear what I wanted to, I think I just went completely over the top. Like, I love colours. I love all the colours. And in fact, I'm quite matching today because I'm wearing almost the same colours, but I like to just clash things. But I like to be elegant. So I like big skirts. I like to be elegant and well put together. I like to have my face done properly, and I like it to, but bonkers at the same time. But just colour and pattern, I love. I'm confident in myself mainly because I'm just being myself, but fashion industry intimidates me a little bit because, you know, you go to an event and everyone's there like holding their drinks, looking very serious, and I walk in and I'm kind of like a token. People often don't believe my sincerity. Like, oh, you can't always be like this. It's like, well, I am always like this. I'm all about female empowerment and girl power, and I literally adore my girlfriends, but there's a certain kind of woman that kind of scares me a little bit. I don't know if they're intimidated by me or I'm intimidated by them, but scary, domineering women, because I just want to cuddle everyone, really. London intimidates me sometimes, especially when I broke my foot and I was on crutches and I still dressed like this. I didn't feel safe because I knew that I couldn't run, I couldn't get away, and sometimes you attract unwanted attention. I lack confidence in myself a lot, as much as you do question yourself a lot. And I think the areas that were flourishing with creatives and artists because they were cheaper, things like Hoxton or Shoreditch, now kind of people with the money, they're pushing the artists out, they're pushing the creativity out and saturating it with the money, which is fantastic because it means certain areas get injections, but it does kind of rule out all the personality that was once there. You know, like where I live, for instance, like, you know, these are all warehouses, like big artist ghettos, but very recently, because suddenly it became the new trendy place, people can't afford to live here anymore. So I think London will always change and adapt, but I think it will just start spreading out, or people will have to start fleeing places like Margate. Apparently it's called trendy. You can report it. Sort of style, so I've had a lot of my clothes for a really long time. I think I've just kind of like matured into it. I feel really happy in colour, and kind of the more dressed up I am, the better I feel. And often when I work from home, you know, you wake up and you just like pull on some leggings. I mean, my leggings are like very brightly coloured, or like, you know, slippers, my uniform slippers, but you don't put on makeup, you can feel it, whereas when you dress for the day, you're prepared for it. And I love kind of commuting into the city when everyone else is wearing like black overcoats and everyone looks grey, and I love it. It's just bring through. It reflects. It does. It reflects how I feel, and it does. It opens people up to you because people go, "Oh, I think you look really lovely," and you know that person would never ever dare say that to anyone else because I kind of look like a big fluffy marshmallow. It's obviously more approachable than. Yeah, I suppose you are what you wear, I suppose.